Hey all, Undr here, and today I'm going to share with all of you what I've learned from playing Rust so far. Now with this guide, I'm going to work on the assumption that the viewer has minimal experience with the game. Much of what I have to say may feel very basic, and while this might be true, I think even some of the more experienced Rust players might be able to pick up a few things from this as well, or even pass this knowledge on to newer players themselves. So, without further ado, let's get started. Now before we really get into this though, I want to mention one more thing. This is early alpha. This game just came out, and if you're watching this video around the time I'm uploading it, you should really already know this. But if you're watching a little bit later, keep in mind this is early alpha. The final release of the game, or even beta versions of the game, are bound to be radically different than what I'm about to show. Before we get into what you'll want to be doing, let's touch up on the things you shouldn't be doing as a fresh spawn, which I will be referring to as Bambis from here on in. Torches and campfires serve little purpose apart from getting you killed. With a torch lit, you will stand out like a sore thumb. You'll be hunted down and murdered, and you won't even be able to see your attacker. Bases require a lot of resources, and are pointless as you have nothing of value to hide. Not only that, but there are only a few safe designs that can't be broken into, and odds are, you don't even know how to build those yet. Material goods hold little value to new players. You have little means of defending yourself, and odds are you will eat a bullet sooner rather than later. That being said, all the goodies you managed to harvest and loot now belong to the punk who capped you. Food, while important, shouldn't be your primary concern. As stated before, death is imminent for a Bambi. Spending your time hunting and cooking, in excess anyway, is simply a waste of time. Hiding crates in the mountains is a good alternative to building a base, but remember that items such as crates decay over time. Any crate not placed on top of a foundation will decay within an Earth day. Keep quiet. Just because you found a gun doesn't mean you should be using it, and it doesn't mean you can defend yourself. Stick to quiet weapons such as the hunting bow. Next, I'll be giving a step-by-step guide to demonstrate what you'll want to be doing and why. Step 1. Gather resources, namely wood and stone. While sulfur and metal ore will eventually become very important, you have no use for it yet and will only hold you down. At this point, you'll only be concerned with harvesting wood and stones. Step 2. Hunting deer and pigs. Now that you have some materials, you want to go hunt some deer and pigs. It's fine to stick to using the starting rock, as the stone hatchet is the only weapon you can craft at this point, and it will deplete your hunger something fierce. From deer and pigs you'll be able to harvest cloth, chicken breast, yes I said chicken, and animal fat. For now the animal fat will sit with our sulfur and metal ore, as we won't be needing it anytime soon. Step 3. Setting up your home point. Now that you have a surplus of wood, stones, and cloth, you're going to want to set up a home point somewhere. A place where you'll respawn to when you die and can temporarily store your items. The location you choose is important, and should take seclusion and access to ranimals into account. Ranimals are the red wolves and bears. They are dangerous, but will be your primary means of gathering materials from here on out. When finding a place for your home point, I'd suggest finding ranimals first, and then hiding up in the closest mountainous region. Step 4. Crafting. Now that you've found a suitable location to hunker down, it's time to start crafting. The first thing you'll want to craft is a sleeping bag. Once placed, the sleeping bag will act as your spawn point so long as you choose the respawn at camp option after you die. The workbench comes next. The workbench allows you to craft larger or more complicated items that you wouldn't be able to craft otherwise. Additionally, it lessens the time it takes to craft an item considerably. Next, you'll want to craft yourself a small wooden storage. This crate will be used to hold your extra bow and arrows as well as any junk you want to hang on to. This will allow you to get tooled back up very quickly after dying. Last on the docket is the hunting bow and arrows. You'll want to craft 2 hunting bows and use the rest of the wood and stones you have for arrows. Once completed, place a second hunting bow and excess arrows into your crate. Step 5. Hunting ranimals. You've got your hunting bow by your side, so now you can kill some ranimals. 2 arrows will take down a wolf, while 3 will take down a bear quite easily. Ranimals were once zombies in Rust, but during early alpha they were removed. The result is that now we have animals that drop the same loot as zombies once did. The loot is some of the best in the game, but we're aiming for 2 things in particular: research kits and blueprints. Blueprints, when studied, will add whatever item they are describing to your recipe list. Research kits work in a similar way. When near a workbench, you can drag a research kit over top of any item in your inventory that you don't already know how to craft, and it will be added to your recipe list. So why are recipes so important? Well, it's actually the only thing that truly separates the server veterans from the Bambis. When you die, you lose everything in your inventory. When your base is raided, you're going to lose everything of value from your various stashes. However, the one thing that can't be taken from you, barring a complete server wipe that is what you've learned. Well, that about sums up my quick little guide to Rust. It's not much, but so few people seem to really understand how to play this game that it's almost scary. The Steam forums for this game is filled with people whining about how they died, or how their base was raided, or how they can't survive long enough to even build a base, all because they didn't understand how to play this game. That's really all there is to be said when it comes to starting Rust, but if there's one thing I want to get through, it's this. Learn everything you can, from the large wooden storage, to the M4, to the explosives. Dying's not that big a deal, building a base is really not that big a deal. All that matters is what you take with you after you die. That's it. Keep that in mind and you'll have a great time playing this game. Hey, again, I want to thank everybody for watching this video and I hope it helped. Again, this is just stuff that I learned as I played the game myself, so who knows, maybe this will be of use to somebody. I would also like to ask if you enjoyed the video, giving me a like or even subscribing would be really appreciated. I'm a new channel and any kind of attention I can get would be great. So, again, thanks for watching and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.